I came out of obsession, just like obsessed with this movie. But I want to get your perspective first. When did you see this, and then what were your thoughts?
I might have seen it. I think I saw it on a Friday.
Okay.
Um, my theater was surprisingly pretty full. I think the marketing of this movie, very clever. The teaser trailer, perfect. Because it's just a scene from the movie, and it doesn't show any of the scares. It just implies what the entire movie's about. Great teaser. It's why I watched the movie. This movie was made for $1 million, and then it was auctioned off and bought by Blumhouse and Feature, if I'm
Mm,
remembering correctly. Um, so they bought it for over 1 million. They bought it for several times that. So Curry Barker already making his money back, as well as everyone else that helped make the film what it is. And now it's in theaters and it's already making money. I think it's already profitable, which is awesome.
it made
Like
$16 million this weekend.
that.
It was
Again, I still don't know how much Blumhouse bought it for, but I think similar. So
like
next
the
week,
budget was less than 1 million.
right? But it was
Yeah.
bought. So the distributor, wow, still needs to make back its money. But after 1 week,
Yeah.
you're almost profitable again. Easy
And
win.
yeah,
Easy win return on
word
investment.
of mouth on
Yeah,
this movie is gonna be great.
it's gonna be fantastic. Yes,
Yeah.
especially because of the performances. Really
Yes.
good, really good. I don't know how to pronounce the actress's name.
Indy Navarette,
Um,
I believe, is the name.
yes, she's
Sh Wow.
oh my gosh, probably at the end of the year, she will be one of the best performances of the year.
Yes.
It's a
1,000%.
fantastic kind of jumpstart to her career, and hopefully it keeps going.
Yeah.
I was a little worried, like, a similar actress, Samara Weaving, had a great first show with Ready or Not. Her career has really not launched any further. Like, the
Mhm.
big release that everyone was, like, so excited to see her in was Ready or Not 2. I don't know what is going on there.
Yeah.
Again, that is a question.
It's a question.
I'm curious. I want her to
You
succeed.
hate her is what I'm
No,
hearing.
shut up, shut up. Um, I hope, this new actress just shoots for the stars.
Yeah.
She is really good. Yeah.
So good. And,
Also,
like
this movie filmed in LA. Like, anything that's filmed in LA, we need to say, "Thank you. Please keep doing this." Kind
mhm.
of commitment. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, this movie's it's interesting for me personally because I don't do horror. I'm a baby back bitch when it comes to anything
Okay.
horror, horror adjacent. It is a big hurdle for me to get to the theater to watch a horror movie, and I don't know I can't put my finger on exactly why this movie felt like, "Oh, I need to go see this in theaters." And, like, obviously, we have a show where we talk about it, it's a big movie, like, I was
Mhm.
probably gonna see it anyways, but I felt like if I didn't have this, I would still go see this, and I wonder if a little bit of that is Curry Barker, who I have followed on TikTok and seen his sketch comedy, and so
Oh, really?
m yeah, he's hilarious.
Oh,
Like,
I didn't know any of this. Okay.
actually? Oh, it's
Yeah.
incredible. He's has some of the
Nice.
funniest, like, sketch comedy things on TikTok that I've seen, and, like, it's so funny because he
Yeah.
plays a super stupid character most of those skits, and so, like, to
Okay.
see him talk so eloquently about the movie and the know that he directed this is so jarring for me because I didn't watch anything on YouTube. I knew him at from TikTok and
Wow.
it's just sketch
Okay.
comedy on there, and he's like a dumb character in most of it. Like, I'll send you some stuff after this, but that's probably why I felt comfortable going to this because at least I felt like maybe there's going to be some comedic elements to it, which like I wouldn't even say it's a funny movie, but just knowing who had their hands on
There's
this movie. But
there's
yeah,
there's one scene that I don't wanna talk about because it's, like, near the end of the movie that it's the hardest I've laughed in a long time. Um,
okay,
Yeah, it's very well done with the best friend character. The best friend
Yes.
character has a big scene, and it's fantastic.
So
Yeah,
that's Cooper Tomlinson, I believe is his name. That's his partner in the
okay,
sketch comedy, and they wrote
got
kind
it,
of wrote this
okay,
together maybe, but the next movie that Curry Barker's doing, they wrote together and they're both starring in. So, like, those 2
okay,
work together, um,
okay. What's
which
their
is
sketch comedy called?
it's oh, man, I
You gotta
forget
promote
the
these
name.
guys, yeah.
I know. I mean, they don't need our help, but,
True,
um,
fair.
it's really good. That's a Bad Idea is what it's called. Um
Okay,
Very good stuff. Highly recommend. Go check it out. If you like this movie and haven't heard of it, you're gonna be blown away by,
I
like,
guess I gotta
that's
check it out. 'Cause
which
I now I have to look this up, I have to look this up.
hmm,
He's done short films before
yeah, he did
on
one with, like,
YouTube.
Milk and Cereal or something?
Milk and Cereal,
I haven't seen that.
um, and then did he do The Chair? It
I
was a
don't know.
super viral The Chair. It was a super viral yes, he did it, yeah.
Okay.
The it's on their channel, That's a Bad Idea. 1.14 oh, that's their subscribers, sorry. 9.4 million views. That is
Nice.
insane.
Yeah.
I remember watching this in when it came out, I think, 2023 era.
Wow.
Um, and there are pieces of that short that very much go together with Obsession in terms of your partner suddenly becoming something else because of one little thing. In the short, it's they sit on a chair. And in this one, it's you wish them to be
Mm,
different, which is a lot of implications with that,
yeah.
which is why this movie is so interesting.
Yeah.
Because the main characters, the whole time is like, "This is your fault. You're a terrible person in
Yeah.
doing this." But also, he didn't know that that's how it worked, but it's still
Yeah.
that he kinda clings to it. Even though he knows it's wrong, he clings to it.
Yeah,
I like all of the characters in this.
I wanna talk about just the overall setup and the world that this movie exists in because you have this One Wish Willow thing that is just a total made up thing by Curry Barker, which is great.
Yeah.
Um, and what I found so interesting about this movie is that the side characters, the world around the One Wish Willow, they all just accept that it's true and it works and it's a thing that exists.
Well, it's a collectible. It's
Yeah.
no one
But, like
actually opens it,
but,
which
like,
is
even
really funny.
yeah, the guy and they have a customer service line, which is a crazy scene I wanna talk about, but even
That's the
then
teaser trailer.
is
That
that
scene
really?
is the teaser tra yes, it is.
Oh,
It's
that's
really
great.
good. Yeah.
Um, Later on, this isn't much of a spoiler, but the shop owner is like, "Well, what'd you wish for?" Like, "Okay, that's your fault, like, something bad happened?" Like, they just go with the
Yeah,
premise
the
that
shop owner did one too, and he's like, "Oh, you wished for that? Oh, my
yeah,
wish was great." Like, yeah,
which it's
it's
weird that they
super
live in
interesting.
this world where anyone can just grant one wish and they know about it. It's not like this secret. This shop owner's like, "Yeah, you get a wish. It's
But
no
I
big deal."
think they're so rare that you don't know anyone else in person that has done
Mhm.
it. You look it up online. He does it. He looks it up online,
Yeah.
and, like, half the people are like, "It's real." It's like, "Oh, okay, yeah. You can say that, but you have no proof." So that's that kind of online, uh like, the internet is telling the truth, but you have no way of knowing that. And
Yeah.
then when it happens to you, you're alone. I think it's really cool. And then
Yeah.
the shopkeeper's just so casual.
Yeah.
He's like, "What are you talking about? Where are they?" "Ah, I'm just kidding, they're right here." It's like, "You still sell them?" Like, that whole scene was hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, it's and then the phone call teaser trailer that I didn't know. I'm also pretty sure that's Curry Barker on the phone as
I was
the
wondering, that's a great cameo.
yes,
Like, to just do a
fantastic.
voice. Those are always the more fun cameos where
Mhm,
they could just do voice work. Yeah.
yeah. There, he's like, "Yeah, you wanna cancel the wish?" He's like, "Yeah, I wanna cancel." Like, "Wow, we can't really do that."
Yeah, we don't do
And
that.
he's like, "Well, I was just kind of guessing what your intention was here." So,
Yeah,
it was good.
yeah.
It's so great, and, like, it's a setup that just launches you straight into this movie where I wanna get your take as a horror
Okay.
kind of expert. So
Not expert. Don't put that
you're
label
right.
on me.
I won't clip that part. As
E
someone who enjoys
enjoyer.
horror, an enjoyer of horror
Enjoyer.
more than
Yes.
me, where what do you kind of group this as? Because I feel like horror is very similar to, like, stand-up comedy, where some stand-ups are like
Mhm.
one-liner, 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 one-liner. Some stand-ups are,
Yes.
"I'm gonna
Yeah.
build a story. I'm gonna Norm Macdonald you
Yes.
for minutes and
Yeah.
then have a huge punchline," where, like, both work and both
Mhm.
types, can deliver, where horror is the same, where you can have a jump scare, like, you can have that type of horror
Absolutely.
movie,
Yeah.
or you can have this one that feels just like you're living in this uncomfortable situation and seeing it unravel over the span of a couple days, and you, like, know where this is going. So, I just like, where do you group this in the horror community?
I I will say, I think a lot of people, me especially, kinda quote Jordan Peele and that, like, a scare is the same as a joke. They both have punchlines, setups, payoffs. They're structured exactly the same. So if you're really funny, Jordan Peele, and you like horror movies, there's a huge argument that you can be really good at making a horror movie. And I think we're seeing that a lot right now. Jordan Peele, Zach Kreger, and now Curry Barker.
Mhm.
And what are the guys that do like Friday, they like post shorts on Fridays. I
The
I don't
Friday
know any of
Beers
these
guys?
guys. Not the Friday Beers guys. I don't know. Someone that's watching this, there's like an Airbnb skit skit where it's like an Airbnb commercial where they just use photos of like their trip in the Airbnb and it turns into a horror movie. It's so funny. It's hilarious because they stick to this format they've created flawlessly. So I they go hand in hand. I would say I am not a I'm over here like, can you like commit to one? I'm not a big horror comedy guy. I've said
Mhm.
multiple times, Zach Kreger eludes me. His scripts are so comedic and scary, 50-50, that the finale, it's like, okay, time for the big scare. And then he does a joke and like my brain short circuits. That's a me thing.
Mm,
Everyone loves Zach Kreger. I'm
yeah,
like just trying to keep up with him. Like, what's he gonna do next?
yeah,
I wanna understand his brain so much, but he's secretly very elusive in
yeah.
his interviews. He sounds very transparent, but he also sounds very casual, and I'm like, "You are not a casual man. You have calculated these scripts, I swear to God."
Oh,
Uh, I'm super excited for the Resident Evil movie he's doing. Oh my gosh, I have not played the games. I'm very excited. So horror and comedy go hand in hand very closely, and a lot of people are calling Obsession kind of a horror comedy, and
hmm.
the way we've been talking about it, it sounds like a horror comedy. We mentioned the 3 jokes in the movie.
Yeah.
There's no other joke in the movie. The rest of the movie is I call it a heart attack. It's very tense the entire
Mhm.
time. And I would like to mention the big ones all come from the actress that I still
Indy,
don't know how to say her name.
Indy, Neverett.
Never at how, Curry Barker puts her in the frame, how he uses her movement, and also,
Mhm.
I bet the sound guy either had the best week of his life or the worst week of his life. She is screaming at the top of her lungs, which is why you need to see this in the theater.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. I cannot imagine watching this on, like, a Best Buy flat screen TV in your living room with, like, your IKEA couch. It's not gonna be the
Yeah.
same. You gotta go to the theater with the calculated sound system that you don't have to pay for, you could just go and it's there. I it's the way they use her screams, bone chilling. Like, I got
Yeah.
my skin was crawling, and they do a lot of, reverse footage with how she moves.
Mhm.
Sometimes, like, kind of subtextually, the boyfriend says the right thing, and she resets. That one part was like, "Oh my gosh." But I think the one that's getting really viral, deservedly so, because it was like, "Oh gosh," is when she's watching him sleep and how she moves through the room. That's
Ye
reverse footage. 100% it is. Um, Perfect. Again, it's the setup. Like, you see the coat hanging on the mirror,
Mhm.
and, like, the light is on that, so your eye looks there, and then you see the shadow, and you're like, "Well, she's there because it's a horror movie, she's gonna be there." And then she is, and then she steps out of it. It's like, "Oh god."
Yeah.
Very well set up, very well crafted, and the punchline is the movement. It this guy's really good, and he's our age.
Yeah.
I'm shocked
It's unbelievable.
that but again, he's done short films on YouTube that are like they're not like 5 minutes. They are 12. I think what the serial one's like an hour or something.
Yeah.
He's he's shown he can go the distance. So this is like a victory lap for him. And now he gets to keep going
Mhm.
for the next what, 50 years? That's
Yeah.
awesome. Like good for this guy. It's really cool.
Yeah. It's such
Yeah.
a success story, and I did listen to his interview today after watching the movie with Sean Fennessy. It was really funny hearing him say, like, he looked up to Timothy Chalamet and, like, 'cause he did wanna act, like, and, like, he does wanna act, like, he does want an acting career, and, like, that's how it
Okay.
started, but then he grew up in Alabama where if you wanna be on camera, you gotta make the movie yourself, like, so
Yeah.
he said a really interesting line, like, he didn't realize he was directing until a lot later, like, a few years
Mhm.
later, like, "Oh, that's what I was doing. I was
Yeah.
directing those things," which weirdly
Yeah.
goes back to our Kane Parsons things, like, what really is a
Well,
director? But
again, yeah, we might have to wait
yeah, we could wait.
until that
We could
movie comes out,
put a pin in
but
that one.
it can be said, a lot of people believe this, actors make the best directors because they know how to help the actors make the best creative decisions.
Yeah,
So that makes perfect sense because the acting in Obsession is fantastic, and it's like it's going for it.
yeah.
I also so that's like him wanting to be an actor makes him a good director. That's really cool. I did not know that. Something that he is really good at doing that I saw in The Chair, and he did it in this, silhouettes. His lighting setups are great, but how he used the silhouettes to be like a foreboding dread. Like,
Mm,
she's not herself anymore because you can't see her face. But then he does the catch light, like, down the hallway, so there's these, like, 2 little dots. So it's a black
mhm.
monolith shape and then 2 little dots stabbing at you. Chef's kiss, it's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, this whole movie hinges on Indy's performance as, Nikki, and
Freaky
we
Nikki,
can't
yeah.
overstate how good she is in this, and
Mhm.
it's it's the face that she does some iconic face work in this movie. The
Yeah. Oh,
frown
yeah.
that she does, when does she do it? I forget when she does it.
It's with
The
The
Jenga
Jenga
game.
bricks.
Oh, the
Yeah.
monologue she goes on with her little
Oh,
story that she oh my
yes.
gosh, dude,
Yeah.
unbelievable. Yeah,
And
no, it's
very
incredible.
well-written monologue, so it's like
Yeah.
Curry Barker is, like, kind of showing off with
Yeah,
that
he's
whole
got
scene.
just heat check after heat check.
Great great blocking, great tension, great monologue, and then letting the actress do weird facial expressions, just letting
Mhm.
everyone cook.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
professional, yeah,
it felt
future
like sorry, go ahead.
future, like, in terms of this generation of, like, YouTube horror guys, I don't know if you would count Zach Kreger. I don't know where he started. Was it YouTube? Maybe not.
Wow.
It was sketch comedy though, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But in terms of, like, this era right now, he's already up there with just one wide release movie.
Mhm.
Crazy.
Yeah, it does feel like this whole movie gives the vibe of he allowed them to play in this world. Like, it's weird for such a
Yeah,
dark movie. You can tell they had a lot of fun making this. And, like,
yeah,
despite the
yeah.
subject matter of it, you can tell, like, oh, they were allowed to, like, play in the sandbox a little bit to see what they can come up with, and they came up with something pretty great.
I mean, pun intended, they're kinda just swinging a dead cat around, seeing what happens.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Which I do wanna get into a few spoilers here, so if you haven't watched the movie, go watch it, and then you come back to this part. Um, I wanna
definitely go
bring up
watch it.
yeah.
Would it first date movie, question mark?
Oh, great question. Um,
Don't do that.
it could
Second
work, though.
date.
Could work. Maybe, like, I don't know. This is if you have a cat, maybe don't.
Yeah, maybe not
Um,
if you have a cat.
but don't take your friend, like, your friend that's a girl that you may have feelings for, because then it's just like,
Oh, that would be a terrible idea.
can you imagine some dude doesn't know the premise of the movie, this best friend that he's had forever who's a girl, he's like, "Maybe now's the time I'm gonna
He
tell her
knows.
how I
He knows
feel,"
the premise of the
this
movie.
takes her to this movie, and he's like,
Yeah,
"Fuck, I can't
yeah.
do this."
I would
Alright,
have
but
done that. I know for a fact I would have done that, like, 4 years ago. 100%. I would have done that 4 years ago because I was an idiot.
yeah, you'd
I
be like,
was an
"Hey,
idiot.
this is a little
A
this guy's
little
kind of a coward."
crazy. Yeah.
Alright, so spoilers incoming if you haven't seen the movie. I wanna talk about a little bit of plot holes that I would like to bring up. My qualms with this movie. Now,
Okay, I
the
don't like that
the
word, but okay.
what, you don't like
Before you
qualms or plot holes?
plot holes, I don't like that word, but
I love
just
qualms.
just
One of my favorite
now
words.
that we're doing spoilers, I wish I had $1,000,000,000. Funniest thing ever, and the way they filmed it,
Yeah,
so good. It's just the dollars are just
yeah.
falling, and the guy, like, falls to his knees and watches it. So good, I
And then
love that. Yeah.
he goes and knock on the door, and he's like, "Dude, I have $1,000,000,000." Like, the tone
He's
of
like,
voice is great.
Everyone's calling me, it's real." I was like,
Yeah,
"So, did the money come from them?"
yeah. Um, but okay, so you may not like plot holes, and again, this movie was made for less than $1,000,000. Like, there's gonna be some things you just
But
can't
and
possibly
it's
put.
I think it's rock solid. It
So
does
good.
exactly what it wants to do.
Yeah.
Makes it look easy too, which is like that's when you know this guy's got it. Yeah.
Yeah. 3 things I want to bring up. Number 1, there's not a single, like, parent in this movie, where these kids are, I believe, like, right out of high school because they're applying for colleges, like, they're working over the summer type thing. At some point, I'm like, "Hey, mom, dad," and maybe that's a privileged thing by me to be able
No,
to
I
call
think
my
they're our age. They're
I
our
did
age.
did
They're going to
they apply
bars.
for
They're doing
you're right,
trivia.
but they apply for college.
They're playing to art school, as in
You're
they
right.
didn't go to school.
You're right. You're
They
right.
work at a
You're right.
music shop,
Fair
and they're
point.
trying to be a tattoo artist. They're
It's true,
our
but
age.
still,
So,
like, at some point, you're like, "Worry, I gotta find out." We find out about Nikki's dad who doesn't have cancer. There's the only mention of a parent there. But
right.
obviously, small cast, you gotta keep it limited. Second
Yeah.
of all, you
Yeah.
mentioned the music shop. The hours they work at this music shop, they first thing, alarm goes off, they go to work. They don't walk out till it looks like late at night. They're
And
working
there's 4 of
crazy.
them.
Yeah, they're working crazy shifts at this
Yeah.
music shop. Andy
I'll
Richter
give you
runs
that.
a tight ship. He's like,
It's
"No,
pretty funny.
you're all gonna work for
Isn't
16
he
hours."
he's Sarah's dad.
Is he?
He is Sarah's dad. Yeah. Yeah. He
Oh,
gives her the letter to art school and, like, makes a big deal out of her not getting in. He's like, "I'm so sorry, like, baby, like, it's gonna be okay, sweetie."
uh,
Like, yeah, he's her dad. And also the main guy is living in his grandmother's house? Flat?
yes. Yeah.
Family
Look,
dynamics are established.
you're right, but now I'm Now I feel bad for Andy
We can
Richter because his
we can
daughter
tell why
just
everyone can pay rent.
yeah. Andy
Yeah,
Richter's daughter got her head bashed in by a brick.
and other
Damn.
things. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. We lingered on that face a little too long for my comfort. I was like,
Perfect
"Alright, we
amount.
get it." I was like, "We can move
The
on." What
the, like,
yeah,
eyeball, perfect amount.
oh, no, no, that's
Yeah.
I that whole scene, oh my gosh, I just you know
You
what's coming.
know,
We're not
but
dumb.
that's the best part.
Yeah, and
That's
you're
the
just
best
waiting.
part.
I'm like, I'll be
Mhm.
honest, I was like here, and I was like, I was doing the thing where I'm like, I know what's gonna happen. I can't, and then as soon as the jump
Yeah,
part happens, then I can watch. But
yeah.
like waiting to get like bolted out of my seat. Um,
That was me for all, like, 90 minutes in the movie. My
so many,
wrists hurt because I was clenching too hard the entire time. Like,
yeah.
that's this kinda movie. Yeah.
And then the other thing I want to bring up that is more of like it's not really a gripe with the movie at all. It's just an interesting thought process from Curry Barker. He has come out and said he doesn't really know the whole lore behind the One Wish Willow. He doesn't have like a Bible explaining all the rules of that
It's good.
world, which is
Yeah,
so interesting because
yeah.
again, we're going to talk about this when Backrooms comes out. Kim Parsons is the opposite, and he approaches it
Fair,
very differently. And I want to have
fair.
that conversation about like which one we do, but that
Okay.
would I still don't know how I feel about that, but that has to be. You mentioned Zach Kreger, how he's not like a casual filmmaker or whatever. That feels a little casual from Curry Barker of like, I don't really
Yeah,
care how the whole world works. Yeah, there's some plot holes of like,
yeah.
if everyone gets a wish, how does that really work? Whatever. But he's like, I don't care. I'm just gonna make a cool movie. And like, I kind of can respect that
Well,
enough to
but
not
there
care.
there are rules. You get 1 wish,
Yeah.
and it works. So word the wish carefully.
Yeah.
Um, very, very interesting.
And
I like the very simple approach. We're
mhm,
doing one thing here. Here it is. Like they're doing a Gladys Weapons prequel. We don't have to. It'll make money, so we're gonna do it, but we don't have to. Like, and what is it gonna be? I think Gladys works as the fact that we don't know if she's actually the kid's aunt or the mom's aunt. I think it's the mom's aunt. But even then, it's like, is she actually?
yeah.
I like that mystery to it. The
Mhm.
second the Gladys movie starts and, you know, fingers crossed, it's like Salem witch trials time. Suddenly that question is answered. So you don't always have to do it, and I kinda like the mystery of it.
Yeah,
Um,
it doesn't spoon feed you anything. It doesn't really
yes.
give any exposition of how this world works, and it kind of laughs in your face for, like, assuming it wouldn't work, like the store owner and the customer service where it's like, "Yeah, of course the
Yeah.
wish worked. Now what?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
"Okay, cool, your wish worked. Congratulations, dude." Like, it almost like it's snarky. It's like,
Yeah.
why are you even questioning it?
So
Of course.
the real I'll throw you this olive branch. The
Okay.
real true question that the film doesn't answer, and it's like, "Alright, this doesn't really make a ton of sense," is where does Nikki go?
Yeah.
'Cause if she's inside her body like a shell, that she could talk when it's asleep,
Crazy
super
scene.
spooky, super spooky, but
Unbelievable.
also she's in the phone call.
Mhm.
So is her soul now given to the merchant of the One Wish Willow?
Yeah.
That whole thing. Where is she?
Yeah.
Um, that it's like it's an inconsistency. I'll give you that.
But it just makes but no,
But it
I don't hate that, I like that. Like, I like
yeah.
that I can the movie doesn't treat me like I can't understand it. Now, I don't
Yes.
always
Yeah.
understand it, which is fair, but it
Which
doesn't
is why you rewatch it and you buy
yeah,
the DVD, and this is how movies used to work in the '90s and
mhm,
2000s because of DVD sales and rentals.
and
That's how it was built around.
I'm referring a lot to this interview that Sean Fennessy did with Curry Barker, so people should just go watch that, but
I need to listen to it,
he
yeah.
said one line that was so interesting. He said, along the same lines of what I just said, YouTube taught him that the audience is smart in terms of the comments would
Mm,
find little Easter eggs. They would pick things apart. And so when he gets to make something for a theatrical release, he's leading with the same mentality of the audience is smart. They can figure things out for themselves. We don't need
yeah.
that exposition or we don't need to answer everything. And he doesn't even himself doesn't have to have all the answers because he's like, let's let the audience play. Like, how do they want to piece together these things, which is so
Give
fun.
them give them room for participation.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
I do want to talk
absolutely.
about that one scene though, because I think that is so crucial to how this movie works, where Nikki's asleep. Bear is sneaking out to go see what was
Is
her
his
name?
name actually Bear? I didn't look at the credits.
They just call him
They just
Bear.
call him Bear. Yeah,
I forget who the other friend is. It Sarah? Andy Richter's.
Sarah.
So he's sneaking out to go see Sarah, and Nikki's asleep. And then the real Nikki, pre wish, starts talking to him and says, just begs him to kill her.
Mhm.
It's so eerie. It's so creepy. And then this is when you kind of realize that Bear is, and like you know this early on, but this solidifies like Bear is the
Yep.
antagonist of this movie. Bear
He's
is
an a
he
piece of him is enjoying it. He's
yes.
like, "Can I figure it out so I can keep it?"
Yes.
Yuck. But yes, that scene cements it where it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, he's gonna try to figure out how to
Yeah.
stay in this new reality. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and because he
And also,
responds to that.
is that actually her talking
It's
in
an
the sleep?
interesting
Like, there are different
conversation.
kind of trances, like, she kinda breaks through sometimes, and is that real? There are, like, 4 different versions
Mhm.
of whatever this thing is that seem to be fighting each other in terms of control, and then she's part of it, Nikki, in terms of finding control in the rare instances.
Yeah.
So, that whole sleep thing, was that actually her? Or was it the whole, "He's leaving the room. I can't survive if he's out of the room," like,
Yeah.
metaphorically speaking. I need to pull him back in.
Yeah. And that
Yeah.
dialogue there where he says after she says that, he's like, "Wait, is it so bad being with me?" And it's all about, like it's like
Mhm.
this pity he's wallowing in the self-pity here, and she's like, "I haven't been with you. You're not with me." And, like, she says that, and, like, as the real Nikki, again, we can
Yeah.
argue that, but
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, that's the movie." It's
Yeah.
like this one back and forth dialogue. You're like, "Oh, that's how you understand Bear as a character, as just a coward who, like, can't
And
fully commit to it." At the
yes.
very end, he can't fully commit to killing himself.
Well, okay, so now 2 things.
Let's
Um,
go.
I I think it is Nikki because in terms of thematically, it kinda has to be for her to say, "We're not together. You and this other thing are
Yeah.
together." If she's the one saying that, it has more weight. So I do think it's her. He does fully commit, but she uses the wish.
Okay, but there's a moment so he
You
takes
hear the
so
music. You hear the music
yeah, I know, you hear
Yeah.
the music and everything, I agree with you there, but he tries to make himself throw up. So he takes
with
the
the
pills.
music.
No, no. He tries to make himself throw up, and then the music happens, and the wish happens, and then he becomes obsessed, and he goes there, and he dies anyways because he took the pills. He
Oh, okay.
is normal. This is the way I took it. Maybe I could be off here,
I think
but
you're right, though. The music is after.
yeah,
Yeah,
because he starts to make himself throw up, and then the music kind of music happens, wish happens off camera, and then he stops and walks
because the
out.
music happens when you open it, not when you snap, when you
Yeah,
open.
yeah.
Okay.
So because I think he doesn't he's a coward. Now I don't want to call him
Yes.
a coward for not following through there at the end because don't do that.
Well,
But
he's a coward for keeping the wish true
yeah,
until it's
yes,
too late.
yeah, for like attempting. You're right. You said it perfectly. Like part of him enjoys this and needs to find a way to
Yes.
make this work, and
Yeah.
that's what drives him so insane. Is like there's bits and pieces of this. Like why do I like this? What I know this isn't her, but like also this is what I wanted. Was my
Mhm.
wish.
Yep.
And he's the one obsessed.
And this goes back to Curry Barker having faith in the audience, being smart.
Mhm.
We're following a bad person,
Yeah.
and we're watching him continue to choose to be a bad person, and yet we're still willing to follow him. That's
Yeah.
hard.
And I think it's a well done job by just the casting of that actor
And
and that actor's
yes,
performance because
yes.
he's the type of
Yeah, he
character
does a good
that
job too. We keep giving, his co-star
Mhm.
all this credit. He's also
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you have this, like, almost dweeby, quiet kid, like, you're almost rooting
Yeah.
for him. You're rooting from the
Yeah.
beginning, like, "Come on, dude, get the words out." Like, those are the type of characters you normally root for in different genres.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then but in this genre, you realize, like, "Oh, no, like, there are consequences to how he's behaving," and we
Yeah.
see we see it at its worst quality. Um Alright, that's kind of all I had on Obsession. Anything else you wanna point out and highlight from the movie?
Um, I mentioned the silhouettes, I mentioned the reverse footage. Um, how many locations? We got, like, a car, an apartment, a music store,
Music
and a
shop,
bar.
yeah.
Like, for you can kinda see the budget, but in a fun way.
Mhm.
They do a lot with what they've got. I mad respect to this whole team. Really fun. Um, yeah, and like I said, he apparently does sketch comedy. He has his whole YouTube channel where he posts all of his shorts. He's, you know, he's done the work, and now he gets to prove it on the biggest stage ever. You can argue YouTube is a bigger stage, but in terms of money,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure this is a bigger stage. I don't know, maybe not. I don't
Yeah.
know. Um, yeah, mad respect. I'm super excited to whatever he makes next. Yeah.
Yep. And, we will talk a little bit more about this movie once Backrooms comes out so we can kinda compare,
Yeah.
the
Because
young YouTube filmmakers that we hate, so
no, shut up. It's so back to the risk. Curry Barker and his team, his creative team and his producers raised money, cast it. I'm sure I think he's worked with these actors before, found locations, wrote it, all this stuff. They made the movie, they auctioned it off, it got bought by a distributor, and now it's on wide release. That's like kind of shot in the dark, one in a million chances, and it actually happened. Like, good. This is awesome.
yeah.
So that's kind of rare in the before YouTube days. This is kind of similar to this is what Sundance is supposed to be.
Mhm.
I think they premiered it at Fantastic Fest. That's probably wrong. They premiered it at a festival. They did what you're told to do. Shop it around, show it to people, and they get like a sales rep, and then the agents and executives look at it, give it notes, and then suddenly there's a bidding war, and the numbers go up and up and up, and it's like, oh, holy shit, this is real. That's best case scenario. That's what happens. So this is why this whole Backrooms thing is super interesting because Backrooms is internal. A24 produced it. A24 executives assembled the team, found a writer for the script,
Careful.
and
I
look at the
know.
credits.
I
It's
know.
inspired by his series, but it is written by someone else.
Yeah.
It inspired by Caden Parsons' well-made series.
Yeah.
It's written by another guy. Caden Parsons is a producer, but they A24 assembled the team, got the actors, all this stuff.
Mhm.
It's a A24 produced and distributed movie. That does not happen. It's like Curry Barker was lucky enough to do what everyone wants to do, the
Yeah.
steps. It's like A24 leapfrogged for Backrooms, and I think it's because Backrooms is an IP.
Yeah.
Obsession is fully original. It's not based on a book. It's not based on anything. Like you said, the One Wish Willow, not real.
Yeah.
Backrooms and the SCP and creepypasta, all that stuff, that is an online IP that has not been tapped on the big screen, and it got huge on video games during COVID. There are Backrooms video games, there are the YouTube series that Kane Parsons made. So A24 is like, "Look at this IP, no one's touched it." It is kind of in our wheelhouse in terms of, like, analog filmmaking horror. Let's bite on it, and we know nothing about it. Let's find an expert on that IP. This guy, Kane Parsons on YouTube.
Yeah.
He's done the work in fleshing it out. We'll bring him on our team. It's his movie, it's his design, pre-production, definitely post-production, VFX workflow, all of that. But it's the IP that A24 is after. That's what I was trying to
Mm.
say, is that it doesn't make sense budget
Yeah.
versus, like, scope until you bring in the IP, and we've seen it. There's subreddits, the YouTube series is huge, video games, everything. This movie will make money because it's Backrooms. That
Mhm.
was my point. So, it's a good
That
investment.
clip it. There it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Um, no, I think honestly that reminded me of maybe my least favorite backlash that we received because of that. Um, People think we hate sheep detectives because you like you talked
What?
because we argued like
What?
it's weird that this movie exists. Like it makes no sense that this movie
Oh,
exists in theaters,
yeah.
and everyone's like, "Oh, you just hate every movie." It's like, no, we're saying like, thank God this movie exists,
Yeah, we should
despite
celebrate it being in theaters by going
yeah,
to see it, by supporting
yeah.
it. Yes,
People
like,
were just on a
we're
hate train.
happy we're happy Sheep Detectives
Yeah,
is in theaters rather than being
yeah.
dropped on Prime Video. We're happy.
And
We
so
saw it. We're
when
excited.
you
Yeah.
described Backrooms that way of like, it's kind of improbable how this movie came together. People are taking that as like a slap in the face to the movie. It's like, no, like we're celebrating. Like
That's
these are the
worth
decisions
celebrating.
they should
Yeah.
make. Like these are the
Yeah.
good things that are happening, but
But we
whatever.
should ask why
Why?
so that hopefully someone can do it again.
Mhm.
I don't want this to be a one-trick pony. I want it to keep happening.
Amen.
That's why I wanna ask these questions.
Amen. Let's go.
Yeah.
I will make sure that gets clipped and that gets put out there, and it'll probably get
Mhm.
200 views because no one likes positive stuff on the internet. Um,
Well, and
one
also
thing
the ratio of the clips versus the full video, and looking at the runtime, it's like, "Ah,
yeah.
yeah."
Yeah, I mean, again, it's such an interesting dynamic too because when I first started YouTube stuff in general, all the clips in my mind, in the way basically all content worked, it was advertisements for the longer picture, for the longer
Mhm.
length podcast. Now the clips are the content. That's it. The amount of
Yeah,
people that actually will go from a clip to a full length and listen to full thing, very small. And that's just
yeah,
like not how
and
it works.
the one time I did, it was like, "Oh, that's a really cool concept. I'll watch the full video." The full video was edited like it was a YouTube short.
Oh,
Like, boom, boom, boom,
yikes.
boom, 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 for, like, 30 minutes. It's like, I would like to breathe, so I'm
Mhm.
going to pause.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Last thing I want to touch on real quick, just for 1 minute for me. Uh, I'm teasing a take that 2026 is rounding out to be like an all-time movie year. There's
This is
not
a
a lot of
crazy year.
yeah, there's not a lot
Crazy.
of stinkers. Like even some of the
Yeah.
blockbusters are incredible. The low budget movies are incredible. The streaming service movies are actually pretty good, and that's what I want to talk about here.
Oh, here we go.
Remarkably Bright Creatures. I listen, JP, step aside. This isn't horror. This isn't your wheelhouse. This is my wheelhouse. Sally
It's
Field
my
makes me
wheelhouse.
cry. This is my
Yeah.
wheelhouse. Sally Field and Lewis Pullman in this movie just brought me so much joy, so much sorrow. I cried twice during this movie. The octopus,
Okay.
I'll be honest, I don't give a shit about. I don't care. That entire plot line you can throw out. I get like it's kind of the framing device for this movie of
Mhm.
like, oh, humans are dumb. Actually, they're kind of bright. I don't care what an octopus thinks about me. I just want Sally Field and Lewis Pullman to hang out. So like that is whatever for me. So I can understand why that would pull you out of the movie. I didn't care for him, but again, it's just a framing device that was present in this movie, and it's based off a book,
Okay.
so I can't
Oh,
really
there you go.
knock that. But
That
I
makes
just
sense with all the narration. That actually makes a lot more sense. Got it.
I walked out of this movie incredibly jealous of the generation that got to grow up with Sally Field because I feel like I missed out. I really missed
Yeah.
out on like just the force and just the oozing of charisma that Sally Field has.
Mm.
Even in this movie, she's playing this elderly lady, which I don't even know how old Sally Field is. I know she's up there, um, but she's such a delight in this movie.
Mhm.
There's a car scene. I don't even know if you got there because you said you watched like 30 minutes of this. There's a car scene with Sally Field, Lewis Pullman's character. They're
Mhm.
driving, and um, she takes his phone because he's texting and driving, and then she calls
Okay.
a woman that he's been talking to because he's scared to take her on a date. And so he
Oh,
calls
I
her
see.
mom and was like, "Hey, what are you doing Sunday?" Well, my buddy or my friend wants to Cameron, I think is his name, wants to take you out on a date. Are you free Sunday? Yeah, he's free Sunday. And like she's
I see.
orchestrating
Yeah,
this
yeah.
date, and
Yeah.
he's mad about it. And it's just like a great scene. It just made me happy that Sally Field just being old made me sad. There's some very moving parts of that movie that I really enjoyed. I understand why you didn't, but that's why I love this show because
Yeah.
we enjoy very different things, and
Different tastes. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. But for anyone who is into that kind of sappy stuff, go watch Remarkably Bright Creatures because you will have a great time. It's a great one. Like, I know we just passed Mother's Day, but like, if your mom's like, "Hey, I want to watch a movie on Netflix," that's the movie. I promise you,
Mhm.
your mom is going to absolutely love that movie. So
Yeah.
that's my advice for you. But we can leave it there. Thank you all for watching. If you are watching because you absolutely hate us, you probably didn't watch this far. So what's up?
No,
Uh,
absolutely not. No. Yeah.
not a chance. But again, thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time. Hey, Star Wars is next, I believe.
Oh my god.